Alright, so this is just a basic tutorial on how to find surface area when not presented with a net. Alright, so here is the object it gives us. So we can draw it. I'll do it first. The first problem, I'll draw it in a net, and then we'll just try to visualize it mentally. If I can do my best attempt here. Alright. So, as you can see, this bottom line here is 4, which means that this line is also 4. And this height here is 3, which means all the heights here are 3. Alright, so first we can just figure out the center here. So 4, and then since it's a square, as it mentions here, and also you can kind of tell, that means that is 16 units. So I'm just gonna mark it so we know we've done it. So this next one, you might be thinking, oh, shouldn't we find the straight height just from the bottom to the top? But we don't need to do that because we're doing surface area, not volume. So, so the bottom here, because since the base is 4, it would also be 4 here. So we multiply 4 times 3 divided by 2, and that's how you find one of these triangles. But there are 4 of them. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna multiply, or I'm getting a little ahead of myself right here. We're gonna multiply this whole thing by 4. So, this turns into 1, and this turns into 2. So now we have 4 times 3 times 2. And 4 times 3 is 12, times 2 is 24. So we add that to the 16 found here, and we get our answer of 40 units squared. Alright, so now we're going to figure this out without using a net. So, Ben made a model shown below of the square pyramid he plans to build when he grows up. Alright, so first to find the bottom square, we can tell that this side is 10 and this side is 10, which means the base, the length and width of the base is 10. So the area of the base is 10 times 10, which as we know is 100. So now we need to figure out, and a square pyramid will always have 4 faces. I should do this in a different color. We'll always have 4 of these faces. So its height here is 7, which we can then multiply by 10 and divide by 2. And we're dividing by 2. If you didn't catch on yet, because it's a triangle, and the formula for a triangle is base times height divided by 2. So now, and then there are 4 of the faces, so we multiply it by 4. So whenever we have 4, we can just cancel it out like we did in the one before, and it's 2 and 1. So now it's 7 times 10 times 2. We don't need that divided sign. So that's 70 times 2, which is 140. And now we go back and add the 100 from the base. 100 from the base, and we get 240 as our answer. So here we have to find the surface area of the triangular prism. And so it helps for me to visualize this as though it rotated kind of upwards like this. So you're standing at the base of it, like you're standing right here and you're looking that way. So first, so there are 1, 2, and then in between on the bottom here, 3, 4, 5 faces to this triangular prism. So we'll first do these 2 rectangles on the top, because notice there's also a rectangle underneath here. So the 2 on the top are, this side is obviously 10, and this side is obviously 14. So 14 times 10, and then there are 2 of them. So 14 times 10 is 140, times 2 is 280. So now we'll find the area of this bottom rectangle here, which as you can see is 12 and 14. So 12 times 14 is equal to 168. So now, I'm gonna redo that 8. Okay, so now lastly we need to figure out these 2 triangles. So we know they'll both be the same, and their base is 12, their height is 8, and then we divide that by 2 because they're triangles, but we multiply it by 2 because there's 2 of them. So then these 2's cancel out, and then we multiply 12 times 8, and we get 96. So now we add these up. 280 times 168 is 448, plus 96 is equal to 544. And that's our answer. Thank you for watching, everyone, and I really hope this helped you figure out how to find the surface area of 3D objects. And so thanks for watching. Bye.